This program is brought to you by First National Bank of Botswana. Our bid to bring to the program inspiring entrepreneurs has shown that there are more out there to be uncovered. We do this in hopes to inspire a change in the entrepreneurial landscape of Botswana, where a new crop of entrepreneurs is invigorated and encouraged to go full force into this path to make notable economic impact. Our guest this evening is Jackson Ruwona, co-founder and owner of Ruwona's Farm, a farm located somewhere in the Gauteng district. His and his wife, Kifilo Ruwona, is a bid to not only be impactful economic players, but also build a legacy of grit and generational wealth. They do this while working on a commercial agricultural venture where they're laser focused on citrus production, mainly orange variety trees. Between themselves, they are armed with a combined experience of over 30 years in design, finance, and agriculture. With a tight turning on what it entails to be entrepreneurs of note, the couple intends to redefine what it means to be legacy builders. How do they intend on doing that? But most importantly, where are they currently on this quest? We are on Ruwona's farm, where we find out more details from Jackson Ruwona. Ruwona, thank you so much for coming on First Issues. We're here today to talk to you about your entrepreneurship journey, right? You're a farmer. You and your wife own Ruwona's Farm. But we want to understand, Honore, what was the motivation behind you going into entrepreneurship, but more so as a farmer?
The initial plan is we went to goat farming and chickens. And as we were playing around the farm, we first planted about 10 trees of citrus trees, and we realized they were doing well. And the soil here is very conducive for citrus trees. So we then decided to give it a shot. Our first major batch of citrus trees was about 200, and then we then developed an attitude of bringing more trees every season. So there's a planting season. We go into winter, then after winter there's a planting season. So every season we plant trees. So we plant about 250 to 300 all the time.
So
that's what has brought us to where we are now.
Speaking of where you are, let us talk about the achievables of your journey. Are you believing that you are aligned to where you envisioned yourself to be at this time?
So our vision is to plant the entire farm. We want to plant orange trees from one end to the last end. So we want to have 10 hectares. We want to plant, at the moment we have planted trees on 2.5 hectares, and we are going for 10 hectares. So our vision is to plant the entire 10 hectares. So to facilitate for agrotourism, we have decided we'll be putting a few chalets in between. So you find, if you go around, we've already started, there's one around the corner. So you find we'll be putting chalets and small entertainment areas, so people can always visit us, refresh while they see the farm as well.
Mr. Ruwona, you were talking about how becoming an entrepreneur was some sort of happenstance for you, right? It is not something that you had initially intended for yourselves. So what attitude adjustments have you had to make about entrepreneurship in general?
The adjustments we have made in terms of attitude is we had to learn to be patient. There's a lot of patience needed. There's other things required financially that we never anticipated when we started. Now, because of those adjustments, we also have to change.
Let us talk about quantifiable achievements. Is there something that you could point to that is tangible, that you could say, this is why I do what I do?
You actually came at the right time, at the right season. We are busy harvesting. This is our first harvest. We're able to sell. Our goal this season was to just harvest and sell to individuals and a few small enterprises. But our main goal is to be able to supply the larger retails. But the reason we're doing this exercise of selling to the smaller enterprises and the individuals is for us to be able to see our capacity. We want to know how much capacity, how much we're able to produce. And once we have established that, then we'll then be able to approach the larger retailers, and we can probably have a contract to say we can supply you this much per season.
If you were to have a do-over, would you choose to venture into this path again?
Yes, definitely I'll do. This is so refreshing, and it has an element of generational wealth. So what you create today, someone can still enjoy it many years to come. So it's something that I would love to do. It's something that I'll still continue to do, and I enjoy doing it. Talking about generational wealth, our kids, we have kids that we work with here, which are my children. For continuity purposes, they are always engaged. They come here all the time. When schools are closed, when it's holidays, everything, they know what is happening. They are also equally informed as far as what we are doing here. And I feel they're also enjoying. So it's something that they're going to take over easily as time goes on.
Sometimes opportunity meets preparedness, just like in the case of Jackson Ruwona and his wife when starting out at Ruwona's farm. What's important is for you to follow through and put in the work to achieve eventual success. And just like that, we go for commercial break.
Bitsa motho gore motho a leke mangwala go duela metsi.
Mama, ka re male jana ha o tlhokana le go tsamela kgakala gore go duela metsi. FNB re diretse tiro motho.
Senthe.
Ma kwa go marekisetsong a ile gore ana le tshwao la FNB Cash Plus. Se se tlhokanyela ke o mang wa gago mo tirisong le reference number e bon dinomoro tse di diriswang go ruragatsa dituelo tsa gago.
FNB what?
FNB Cash Plus.
Madonna makante ke ngontso sampolele ka mananeo ya FNB ya Cash Plus.
La ha re le nna ke gone go utwang ka dona ebile ke ne ke sa dumele.
Deposit cash and coins, withdraw from e-wallet, make cardless cash withdrawals, buy prepaid airtime and electricity, pay bills such as water, electricity and many more.
FNB.
Dona. Nyawa ena ke ra sa thara. Mpare motiki. Na ke ra go motho go thoela mamarapedi. O tola skontere hela. O bua go semosong wa go duela semosong. Manane wa FNB Cash Plus.
FNB, how can we help you?
Amagala sa gamala na neong la First Issues. Re ntse re tsweletse mo loetong la rona la go gotsisetsa bagwebi potlana ba ba ititeileng sehuba go tokahatsa matshelo a bone la ba malapa a bone. Re dirala se go gwetlha ba bangwe le bone gore ba nne bagwebi potlana go thusa go godisa itsholelo ya lefatshe la Botswana. Phirimaneng eno moeng wa rena ke rre Motlatsi Basutli, monana wa dingwaga tse di 31 a na le setlankana sa accounting go tswa kwa Botho University. Ka letlhoka la ditiro le ile magoletsa o ne a itshimolola kgwebo ya go dira dijo tsa diruiwa tsa mogae e leng dintja le dikatse e bitswa dog feeders. Dijo tse di dirwa ka go dirisa masalala a dinama fa di segelelwa kwa matlhabelong kana kwa mabentleleng. Fa bangwe ba bona masalala a eleleswe le tshwanetseng go latlhiwa ene a iponna tshono ya go itirala letseno. Go tswa bonnyenyaneng jwa gagwe a gola kwa tsetsweng teng go Serowe, Motlatsi o rutilwe go bona dikgwetho e le tshono ya go gola le go ithuta ka botshelo. Ke ka yone thutego eo a itshimolletseng kgwebo ya dog feeders. Lentswe a kgwebo e ena le lobaka e dira sentle ga se gore ga go ise go nne le dikgwetho mo tseleng. Pirimaneng eno re bua le Motlatsi ka tsone dikgwetho tse le gore o kgonne jang go hitlhella fa a leng teng. Motlatsi ra go amogela mo lenaneong la rona la First Issues tse eno re bua le wena ka kgwebo ya gago ya dog feeders. Mme go simolola puisano ya rona gongwe o ka re bolelela ka boripana hela gore dog feeders o isimolotse leng jang ha gore.
Kgwebo ena e bitswa dog feeders ke kgwebo e leng gore re dira dijo tsa dintja ka dinama tse di harologaneng. Kgwebo ena e simolotse after ke sena go lemoga gore go na le lethoko la dijo tsa dintja mo marketeng, especially se se bitswang go te wet pet food dinama. After ke bona lethoko lena ile ka tsa tshwetso ya go tsena ke bata information ya go itse gore nka simolla kgwebo yang, and I had to train myself through the knowledge that I was acquiring ka information ena. Ne gona le study sengwe se se kileng sa dirwa ke Bidia Lilia ka 2006 ne se bua ka gore dikgwebo potana ga di tse advantage of the agricultural waste e iragala mo lehatsheng lena. So I took it upon myself to go through this study and learn how exactly I can incorporate it more this idea ya dog food.
Gona mme anong gone ho dikgwetho tse leng gore go kopana le tsone mo letong le la gago le la go nna mo go bipatlana mo dog feeders ke dihi.
Ke tsela gore kgwetho e tona e leng gore re itemogetse ga re simolla kgwebo ke go the economic challenges, especially kana re simolotsa kgwebo ya rona a few months before COVID. And we were hit by COVID, re setse re thapolla mo sepele kgwebo be iphuphama. And then when we started the business again ka 2024, we were hit by the adverse economic challenges tse leng gore kopana le tsone re le lehatsi. Gape there is an issue e bitswang positioning, you know, gore business e bonala jang kana o ka nna le product e ntle, but if people are not aware of it, go nna le challenge ya growth. There is an issue systemizing the business processes, gore how do I step out of the business as a owner ke simole go kgona go igodisa ke sa bereke in the operational processes.
O itse gore o bua dikgwetho tse leng gore ntota ga di ke tsa ke re ba ntseng re ta re bua le bone ga se gantsi ba re dinang kolela. Mme jaanong ke batla go itse gone ho gore ka gore dikgwetho tsa gago ga se tse di tlwaelesegileng, maele a leng gore ngwana wa dirisa a leng gore le gone ga a tlwaelesega ke ahe gore o kgone o heme dikgwetho tse.
One thing that I really employed mo business nyena ke go bata thuto go itse gore how can I manage kgwetho nngwe e ke kopanang le yone. So that involved go bala, go researcher, go kopana le bangwe ba ileng gore ba setse ba le mo dikgwebong tsa dintja ba ba ka nthutuntshang di collaboration le gone go rutuntsha tsone di customer tsa rona gore what is it exactly that we are doing le gore se ka ba thusa jang go nolofatsa botshelo ba dintja tsa bone.
Jaanong ka tsone dikgwetho tsone tse ileng goreng o ntse o heta o kopana le tsone mo letong le la gago le ke tsa ke re ke sengwe se ileng goreng mongwe o na ka bona le selo se ileng gore se ka dira gore a se ka batla go tswela mo letong le mme bana o ntsoga. Mme ke batla go botsa gone gore ha ne o itsile so se itseng ka kgwebo le go nna mo go bipatlana ha ile o simolola a mme go nna mo go bipatlana ne le sengwe se ileng gore o no ka ntsentse o se ithopela.
Wa itse gore dikgwetho nna ke di rata mo go maswe to some degree because hela house na go fenya kgwetho o thatusitswe maemo, you know, you are now different from the person you were before, and it comes with a lot of push ya gore we itire botoka. So ga ne ke itsile before ke simolla kgwebo, I would have started it hela jalo wa tshwara ka gore mo tseleng yena ya go nna an entrepreneur I'll say ke godile thata tota mo tlhaloganyong le ka ha ke presentang ka teng to the world.
Moeng wa rona Motlatsi Basutli a re mo loetong la go nna mogwebi o tshwanetse go itse gore dikgwetho di tla nna teng gore ruta le gore thatahatsa a re ntle le tsone ga re kitla re gola mo dikgwebong le mo matshelong a rona. Wetso re tla go bona morago ga sebakanyana.
tla bitsa motho gore motho a leke mangwala e go duela metsi.
Mama, ka re maletse ana ga o tlhokane le go tsamela kgakala gore go duela metsi. FNB re diretse tiro motlho. Mma kwa go marekisetsong a e leng gore a nang le tshwao la FNB Cash Plus. Se se tlhokanyela ke o mang wa gago mo tirisong le reference number e bong dinomoro tse di dirisiwang go rurihatsa dituelo tsa gago.
FNB what?
FNB Cash Plus.
Madonna makante ke ngontso sampolele ka mananeo a FNB ya Cash Plus.
Hela, ha re le nna ke gone go utlwang ka dona. Ebile ke ne ke sa dumele.
Ka be ke heditse.
Deposit cash and coins, withdraw from e-wallet, make cardless cash withdrawals, buy prepaid airtime and electricity, pay bills such as water, electricity, and many more.
FNB.
Dona. Nyawa ena ke ra sa thara. Mpare motiki. Na ke ra go motho hela mamarapedi. O tola skontere hela. O wa go semosong wa go duela semosong. Manane wa FNB Cash Plus.
FNB, how can we help you?
Welcome to First Issues. This segment is where we unpack solutions with service providers and captains of industries on some issues that you may be experiencing as an entrepreneur. Over the past few months, we've learned that these challenges are innumerable, ranging from a lack of financial literacy to mental health challenges to funding. Tonight, we focus on yet another one, vehicle and asset financing. Let us say you have an enterprise in the marketing space and need to be on the road driving from the office to a client to another client, and to do that, you need a car. Unfortunately, you do not have cash on hand to afford to buy a vehicle for your business. So as an entrepreneur, what do you do? We're in conversation with Marang Howard, who's product manager at one of the local commercial banks, talking about vehicle and asset financing and what your options are should you find yourself in a bit of a pickle. Marang, thank you so much for coming on First Issues and affording us your time. Today we're talking vehicle financing, right? And you are from WesBank. Let us start first by understanding what is WesBank.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. So WesBank is a vehicle and asset specialist within First National Bank of Botswana that specializes in the finance of vehicles and assets. Mm-hmm. So basically we assist clients to procure motor vehicles and assets that we term lifestyle assets. So these are assets such as your tractors. We know Botswana are big farm lovers. Assets such as your bicycles, such as your camping trailers. But we do also what you call private sales. That's Marang, buying a vehicle from you or buying a vehicle that is pre-owned from a company. We also support auction sales. Should you want to buy a vehicle from a bank auction, we are there to support you. We have also what you call cross-border sales, where you buy a brand new vehicle from South Africa. So we try to ensure that we provide enough options to our clients in this journey towards vehicle ownership.
You know, we're talking about vehicle ownership, like you rightfully say. And we're trying to solve for entrepreneurs trying to get vehicles. Is WesBank only for individuals, for businesses only, or is it for both?
So WesBank is for both. So it's both for individuals or consumers. It is also for businesses. You know, we provide funding, whether it's for fleets or delivery vehicles. So we ensure that we meet every need of a Motswana, whether it's a personal need for a day-to-day vehicle, you know, where they need to drive to work or take their kids to school, or it's more of a commercial need where they need that vehicle or that asset to be able to, you know, succeed in their business or carry out their day-to-day requests on their business side.
So then before I commit to making that decision, or even before I think about applying for this application, what does a customer need to consider?
So just to give a high level of the requirements that a client needs to meet, firstly, you need to be 21 years and above. You need to be employed either permanently or on contract, and you need to be earning a gross salary that's 5,000 and above. You need to also have a valid driver's license if you're trying to procure a vehicle. So those are just the basics when it comes to requiring finance or requiring assistance from WesBank to procure a vehicle or any one of the assets that I've already spoken to. So if you're a bit unsure in terms of what do I qualify for, what can I buy, you can reach out to us and a consultant will reach out, or approaching your relationship manager if you're relationship banked, or walking into any one of our branches.
You know, WesBank Botswana is vehicle and asset financing, like you're saying, but are there is there anything else that you offer for existing clients?
Yeah, I think sometimes clients may think we only offer finance for brand new vehicles. So I just wanted to just reassure clients that we offer finance even for pre-owned vehicles or pre-loved vehicles up to 8 years old. So your focus doesn't only have to be on new vehicles. I know, you know, pre-owned vehicles, especially in the current market that we are in where things are a bit tough, you find that pre-owned or pre-loved vehicles are a bit cheaper than your brand new vehicle. So we do facilitate with finance for pre-owned vehicles up to 8 years old. And for existing customers that would like to, you know, upgrade their models into newer models, we do facilitate vehicle trade-ins, which is where you trade in your existing vehicle into a newer model of the vehicle that you're driving. And over and above that, we have a value-added product that is called WesCare. So as the name suggests, it's, you know, us caring for you and your vehicle. So basically the way WesCare works is that it helps you take care of your vehicle. You'll note once you've owned your vehicle about 2 to 3 years, you need to either replace your tires or you need to take it for service or maintenance plans and motor plans. And it's not always that you have that money readily available. So as WesBank, we facilitate finance for those vehicle needs to ensure that your vehicle is in tip-top shape at always.
We've said it before and we'll say it again. There's no problem without a solution. You just need to know where to look. As an entrepreneur looking for vehicle and asset financing, you do have options after all, as shared by product manager from one of the local commercial banks, Marang Howard. And that marks the end of this week's episode of First Issues. Till next time, good night. This program was proudly brought to you by First National Bank of Botswana.